Greetings, YouTube. Today we're looking at the CRKT Drifter Viva gift set. Everyday carry knife, pocket multi-tool, frame lock safety, stainless steel handle. Any blurbs back here of import. Length 3.2 inches, closed 4.18, open 7.38, weight 4.4 ounces, handle stainless steel style, folding knife with frame lock, multi-tool, yada yada. I'll show the multi-tool. So let's take a look at the multi-tool first. It looks like a whale or a fish. And this is designed as a bottle opener, a pry bar, some really, in my opinion, utterly useless hex wrenches. And this is designed to slip onto a pocket. So you would put this in your pocket. Like, sorry, it's not cloth, but you get the idea. You slide it in your pocket like that, so it sits in your pocket. So you have your keys, then you can reach in your pocket and pull this out and have your keys on it. I approve of this design idea, but I use an S-beener for that purpose. It's not a multi-tool, but it's an S-beener, and it because it has a spring clip, it holds my keys in place really well, and it's inexpensive. Because this normally would be like an $8 or $9 tool. The knife itself is in the $20 to $25 range, depending where you can find it. I got this set right here at a flea market for 10 bucks. So at that price, man, I should have bought more of them and given them away as gifts, because there are people who really like this. I haven't had an opportunity for my wife to try the bottle opener. I'm sorry, I meant to do that, but it just didn't get around to doing it before the review. It's a cool, neat little tool, and if you're looking for a pocket tool like this that will let you keep your keys in your pocket and, you know, pull them out when you need them, and it has a bottle opener and a basically useless hex wrench on it like this, this could be your tool. It's not something that I'm probably ever going to use. I'm going to let my wife use it as a bottle opener and see if she likes it. Other than that, it's just going to sit in the toolbox probably. Now we're going to look at the knife. This is the Drifter. Now, I've looked at the Drifter on and off for a couple of years now. I've thought about picking one up, but because it's a tip-down carry and it's single position pocket clip, and there are things about it that I'm like, I was on the fence about it. But then for this price, I'm like, okay, I'll buy one. It has a lanyard hole which could take a full-size piece of paracord if you're so inclined. Though because it is tipped down, unless you're taking the clip off and you just throw it in your pocket, that's kind of useless. Unless you have some kind of weird lanyard or something, I guess. I'm not sure how useful that is, frankly. It is all steel slabs. They are very, very smooth. That could be a distinct disadvantage to some folks. Pivot is a dome on one side and adjustable on the other, and I actually had to adjust this slightly because it was a little bit too tight, because I like to do the thumb flick if I can, and it was a little too tight. It comes out of the box with the usable edge, nothing to hurry home about. It is a hollow grind with a secondary bevel. And again, I'm not a hollow grind fan. I prefer a flat grind, and to mention it makes the blade a little stronger. Nice little swedge here. It makes the whole knife feel a little more graceful. It has a nice look to it. It is a little on the. I mean, it has a kind of almost kind of a brutish vibe to it in my book, but it is a full 4-finger carry, hold rather. It is a frame lock, which is nice. There is no over travel bar, but the clip's in the way, so it would be harder to over travel too far. So the clip kind of functions in that way. Once you open it up, even though I've loosened the blade, it's nice, still nice and solid. And even though I've loosened it, it still has it's still almost in the middle. It's not quite in the middle. There you go. It's not quite in the middle, but it's close. It was closer to the middle before I made the adjustment. Open pillar extrusion, just very simple, straight cylinders. And again, that's best in my mind for keeping a knife clean. You don't need any kind of liners because this is a steel construction. These scales are a little thin, but this is supposed to be a budget knife. If you're looking for something that's a step above like one of the $4 Walmart knives, and you want something that maybe you can beat upon and you can get a good deal like I did. This is less than $10 for me. Effectively, this is a $5 knife for me. I think if you can get it for 20 or a little bit less, this might be still usable for some folks, because it is a better quality than like one of those cheaper Walmart style knives. This might be something you want to throw into a toolbox. It's not too obnoxiously large. Won't make a lot of people nervous, but it does have, to my mind, it has a certain kind of brutish solidity about it. So that may make some people slightly nervous. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you have to think about those things. So overall, it's not a bad design. It's not badly constructed. There are no defects of note. Everything is finished, polished, you know, no burrs. It feels good. This kind of little very gentle wavy bit in here is nice. There's no jimping on this, but it does sit proud, so it's very comfortable. You can get your thumb in there very easily without any difficulty, and it works. Because it is a single side clip, which again makes no sense to me. You could have easily made that fit both sides, in my opinion, with a slight redesign. It's not real southpaw friendly. This is a definite right-handed knife, and I still find it fascinating that some knives put the scallop on the inside, and some knife designs put the scallop on the outside. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a very slight bulge here, and I think that is ever so thin. That may be my only real critique here. I get the feeling that that may flex over time and could potentially get a little weaker. If you like to use the thumb studs, you don't want to do a flick. They're nice. They sit maybe just a little further proud than I'm happy with, but the tip is domed. So when you're using the thumb stud, because of that dome shape, it's almost like you've got a ball bearing underneath your thumb. It's very comfortable, and there's no drag here. So even though they sit a little bit prouder than I may like, they're not going to drag on anything. I'll give them kudos for a very nice thumb stud. It's a very simple thing, a thumb stud, and it's amazing how you can get them wrong. And this is a thumb stud done right. I like the dome top. There's no rough edges, no crisp, no overly crisp steps on that thumb stud. So very well done. Even if I think it's like, a ½ millimeter too long, you can get your thumb in there really nicely and flick this smooth as silk. So, if you are a CRKT fan and you're looking for a lower level knife to throw into a toolbox or a fishing box, or you're a working guy and you don't have to worry about the knife you're taking with you every day on the job, particularly if it's going to be rough handling or you may lose it, here you go. This could be what you're looking for. So this kit right here, if you can get it for a good price, is worth your time. And if you can get it at the price I got, yeah, definitely buy one. I don't know why I got it for so cheap, but I did. I wasn't going to question. The guy wanted $10 for this kit, for this set. I bought one. So this has been the CRKT Drifter and the Viva